What's up guys, Benny here and welcome to the top 10 best loadouts for Call of Duty Warzone with the Black Ops 6 integration. There are a few things that you definitely want to make sure that you're doing with your loadouts this time around that a lot of people are going to miss out on. And I'm also going to make sure that you've got the best class setups, the best guns, so you can do the best that you possibly can. And we're going to hop straight into our first loadout. Now, before we go into any of the individual weapons, there's a big thing that you need to be aware of, and that is the wildcards. These are brand new with Warzone loadouts this time around, and there are 4 to choose from. You've got Overkill, which will allow you to have 2 primary weapons with 5 attachments. Now, that is very important. That is pretty much what we've been used to in the past year. You then got Bandolier, which will then allow you to get a munition satchel, so you can have more grenades, tacticals, and ammunition. Then you've got Gunfighter, so you can have 8 attachments, so you can get an even more powerful gun. And then you've got Battle Ready, so you can get a UAV and utility box. And now, throughout all your loadouts, you're going to want to take advantage of all of these, though I'd say Bandolier is definitely the worst one out of the 4. Now, we're going to start off with what is arguably the best assault rifle in the Black Ops 6 version of Warzone, the Model L. Now, if we go and have a look at the damage profile for this straight off the rip, it's 39 damage for a headshot, 36 to the body, to the upper body and torso, and then 30 to the lower legs. Now, when we go into the build, this is what I go ahead and use. I use the Jason Armory 2X optic. Now, for me, especially if you're playing Area 99 or Rebirth Island, this is the best choice. You could also go for the Willis 3X. And if you never like your reticle, one thing you can do, if you haven't already, is go customize your reticle. You will have loads of potential unlocks for you to do across zombies and multiplayer, so you can find the best reticle for you. I personally have been using this one, the red minimal from the multiplayer unlocks, but find whichever one you want and whichever one you've got unlocked and go ahead and use that. Something important to do. Now, for the rest of the build, I've got the compensator. This is going to give you that vertical recoil control. We've then got the reinforced barrel. This is pretty standard. It's going to increase your bullet velocity and your damage range. So you're going to be able to hit your targets at a distance easier and also do the highest amount of damage for the furthest distances. You've then got the vertical foregrip to take down that horizontal recoil because vertical is a lot easier to deal with. You've then got the extended mag too. And one of the things they've done in Warzone is some of the clip sizes are not the same size as they are in multiplayer, so make sure to check on the bottom right of your screen the mag size just to make sure it is what you expect. But the extended mag 2 will give you a 50-round mag so you can take out multiple opponents in trios and quads. Very helpful. Quick draw grip is hands down the best one because when you go ahead and look at it and compare it to like the commando grip, you're going to get the biggest overall percentage, so it makes it as snappy as possible. So as soon as you're moving around the map, you can get to shooting as fast as possible. You then got the balance stock for strafing movement speed, hipfire movement speed increase, and aim walking speed. And then we've got overpressured rounds for increased bullet velocity. So it's got 1,250 bullet velocity, which just makes it so easy to hit targets at a distance. And this is what it looks like in the firing range, even though that was some terrible shooting from me. But yeah, really easy to use, high damage output, best assault rifle in the game. And with the rest of that loadout, we've got the Grakova pistol, which for me is the best one. It's a fully auto pistol. I use the ported compensator, the reinforced barrel, extended mag 2, quick draw grip, and then rapid fire. The rapid fire does take reduced damage on primary weapons. It doesn't do the same on your secondaries, so it's worth using on the Grakova. Then for equipment, I run the spy camera. This thing is absolutely broken, and once people kind of realize it, you're going to be getting used. It might make people use cold-blooded in their perks, but go ahead, give it a go. It's bugged at the moment where you can only use it once, even if you've got 4 in your inventory, but that'll get fixed pretty soon. And then I run frags. They've also brought out the quality of life feature where you can kind of see it before it explodes so you can time your throw. And then the perks that I'm going for, I've got dexterity, which is reduce weapon motion and while jumping, sliding, and diving, but also take less full damage. So Mountaineer from the previous. If you don't like that, I'd recommend going for Survivor, or once you've unlocked it with the hit list event that is coming, I'd go for Veteran, which that reduced flinch is going to be incredible, especially if you're a sniper. Then for perk 2, I go for Quick Fix. If I don't go for Quick Fix, I will go for either Cold-Blooded if people start using lots of spy cameras, or I'll go for Tracker, just one of those 3, because that is now combined for Tracker and Combat Scout from the previous Warzone quite a broken perk, to be perfectly honest with you, especially on resurgence modes. And then perk 3, I go for tempered. This pairs really nicely with quick fix. So I can be running around, kind of still shooting, but then getting 75 health back per plate that I put in. Alertness, I didn't love that much, though it would be helpful on big map. And then, of course, you can go for like Bird's Eye or Ghost if you want to kind of go for a different approach. But tempered, I find, works best on resurgence modes. Now, that is my first loadout. That is kind of like a big base on tacticals, lethals that will go across throughout. But another thing to be aware of, all of these guns can be purchased from the buy station as well if you're getting things individually. Your perks, you cannot buy, but each gun, if it is an 8 attachment weapon, will cost 6,000. If it's a 5 attachment weapon, it'll be the standard 2,500 that you're used to. So keep that in mind when you're playing the game. I've then got my second loadout, which is an SMG. So if I've got 6K and I want a more powerful SMG, I can just press right on my D-pad once and go straight to the SMG. PP, best one, hands down. If we have a look at the profile, 44 damage for a headshot, 42 everywhere else at 625 RPM, but also an 85 round mag size with this particular build and like 877 bullet velocity. It's ridiculous. Kepler Microflex for the optic, compensator for the muzzle, though of course if you're kind of happy with the recoil, you can go for suppressor so you can be a little bit more under the radar, but this just makes it an absolute laser beam. Depends on your playstyle. Reinforced barrel for that damage range and bullet velocity, extended mag so you've got that 85 bullet mag, ergonomic grip. The reason for that is ADS, slide to dive, slide to fire speed and dive to fire speed, just because you're running around. Of course, you can go for the quick draw as well. No stock for that increased movement speed. Target laser, so you got aiming idle, sway delay, and aim walking steadiness. And also the laser is only visible in ADS. So when you're moving around the map normally, you're not having your position blown, which is, I think, pretty important when you're using an SMG. And then we've got the overpressured rounds for that increased bullet velocity. Same setup on everything else, but I will go into wildcard stuff when and if we change. The third loadout is the brand new Krig. Now, I've not leveled this fully up yet, but it is absolutely ridiculous. And this is the build that I'm running so far, but I want to kind of like focus on the damage profile, because if you have a look at it, 38, 35, it's very similar to the Model L, but has a higher rate of fire. So it's got more of like an AK-47 like damage model, but a higher fire rate with 638. It is very, very good. And trust me, a lot of people, once they've got this ranked up, will be using this instead. Jason Armory 2X, compensator, gain twist barrel. That will, of course, change to the reinforced barrel. Vertical foregrip, extended mag, quick draw, infiltrator stock will be changed to the balanced stock. And then we got those overpressured rounds. A lot of the builds are going to be very similar, so they'll be easy for you to transition between guns when you want to. We're then going to move to our next loadout. Now, this is where we change our wild card. Now, this is when I get into a situation in game that I need to get both guns, so I'm set up for the end game if I don't have an abundance of cash or I've just regained on a loadout. I will go for this loadout, so I've got both my guns. So you need a 5 attachment version. So for the Model L, my 5 attachments are the Jason Armory 2X, the compensator, the reinforced barrel, the vertical foregrip, and then the extended mag 2. And then on the PP919, you've got the compensator, reinforced barrel, quick draw grip, balanced stock, and then the overpressured rounds. Trust me, spend some time, set your loadouts like this so you're ready for every situation that you're going to come across whilst you're playing Warzone this year. Then our next loadout is a sniper, the LW3A1 Frostline. They are all one-shot headshots. Sniping is so much fun in Black Ops 6 version of Warzone. I'm like, it feels like they've brought it back a little bit. And the LW3 has got the best ADS and mobility. So if you're playing Area 99 or Rebirth Island, this is what you want to use. LR762 for the bigger map. The build that I'm running, long barrel. So you've got that increased damage range, further one-shot hit kill distance, lightweight pad for faster ADS, aiming out of sway, fast mag, so you've got faster ADS and sprint to fire, quick draw riser for faster ADS, and then the target laser for that aiming idle sway and aim walking steadiness. Unbelievable weapon, really, really fun to use in Warzone. Then we've got the XMG. This is an unbelievable LMG, and it's also one that I'm comfortable using a suppressor on at all times because it has got very, very low recoil. Jason Armory 2X, and like I said, change to the Willis if you don't like the 2X. Both are great options. Then we've got the suppressor, so you stay off radar, the reinforced barrel for that damage range and bullet velocity, vertical foregrip, Fast mag one, because I think 75 bullets is enough, and that like quick reload just kind of makes it feel like more of an aggressive assault rifle. You then got the commando grip for the ADS and sprint to fire speed. The combat stock, it should be the balanced stock. You don't need the combat, but that gives you that extra movement speed. And then the recoil springs for extra recoil control. Of course, if you want a bit of extra bullet velocity, which I don't think you need on Area 99 or Rebirth, you can go for the overpressured rounds. Then our next loadout, this is an SMG you're going to see everyone raving about. It is the Tanto 22. It is a slow rate of fire SMG, but it will kill up in 5 bullets if you hit all headshots. But if you're hitting up a chest, 57. It's like 6 bullet kill. It is ridiculous, and it's got great bullet velocity. It's got great damage range. But Kepler Microflex, Compensator, Reinforced Barrel, Ranger Foregrip, Extended Mag 1, Quick Draw Grip, no stock, and then the overpressured rounds for your 8 attachment version. And then if you want your 5 attachment versions for the XMG and the Tanto, you've got the Jason Armory 2X, the Compensator, the Reinforced Barrel, the Vertical Foregrip, and the Quick Draw Grip, sorry. Then the Tanto is Compensator, Reinforced Barrel, Extended Mag 1, no stock, and the overpressured rounds. Then our final 2 loadouts, we have to see, right, the PP919 from earlier make a return. But the only MW3 gun that you're going to be seeing by a lot of people is once again the Kar 98K. It is back, and I'm happy about that because, you know, we want it usable when Verdansk comes around in a few months' time. But Range Caller V 3.4 optics, Sonic Suppressor L, Prasengewehr 7.62 long barrel, Recon Sling, and then the high grain rounds for that one. But it's nice to see that make a return. And then we've got the C9 SMG, the MP5, an incredible weapon once again, and in the meta. You've got the Compensator, the Reinforced Barrel, the Extended Mag 2, the Quick Draw Grip, and the Balanced Stock. But this is also the final loadout, and that is because in a panic, you always want to be able to access something quickly, and that is so you have the battle ready available. So you can get a UAV and utility box straight away. So if you're in that situation where you need to land with your squad, get a gun, pop a UAV, find out where everyone is, this is when that is ready for. But those are my top 10 loadouts that you need to be using in Black Ops 6 Warzone. Hope they help you out. Subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time for more.